more so cold. Tell me if I ever get them pizza never fall. Now you not here and I can see you grow old. Now if they speak your name, I'll let them know.
Gotta get back, gotta get back, gotta get back.
Papa, why you go? Left mom so cold. You told me if I ever get in beef to never fold. Now you're not here and I can see you grow old. I swear to God, if they speak your name, I'll let them know. Papa, why you leave? They don't know my pain, they don't know what I grieve. You told me everything that I know about these streets. Now it's me and myself, this shit got me on my knees. I'ma stay strong, God has put me to the test. Papa, I'ma show you I ain't nothing like the rest. I'ma make you proud, I'ma say that.
I'm joined by a couple of very, very special guests. I've got Jackson Glenn, the vice captain, and I've got Charlie Bowman, the captain of the South Eastern Seagulls. Have just won the Tommy Bishop Shield for 2023. How good's that sound, boys?
Yeah, it's good.
Well, how was the experience?
It was good. Yeah, we versed a lot of teams.
How many teams did you verse?
About 7. They were all hard, pretty hard, yeah.
Yeah, right. We might just back the track up a little bit here, because how did you qualify to be able to represent the Rabbitohs? You got your Rabbitohs shirts on now. I know this is an audio podcast, you can't hear that, but how did you qualify to go into this Tommy Bishop Shield?
We won our comp in our area.
Yeah, right. How was that? Did you have a good year? Did you just lose many games?
We versed the Reds in the grand final for the 3rd time in a row.
Right. How many games did you win this year and lose?
We lost 1 and we won all the rest.
You lost 1 game. Who did you lose to?
The Southeastern Reds.
The Reds? Well, that must be your full rival, eh? Do you like them, the Reds?
No, not really, no.
Do you hate them in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like them either. I don't even know, I'm sorry. I'm joking. So you've had a good year there. Now, before we get to this big tournament, we'll go back to that a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your school. What school do you go to? Charlie, I'll talk to you first.
I go to SMSJ at Maroubra, right near the beach, and I go there with a few of my friends from footy.
So you're right near the beach. How good's that? Go for a swim after school?
Surfing for sport. That's 3 to 6.
Yeah, right. What are the teachers like there?
They're a bit of Karens, but
Really?
some of them are nice.
Can you expand on that? What do you mean there? What do you mean by that they're sort of Karens?
Well, all of them are like, they're just rude. Like,
But there must be some good teachers.
yeah, they're
And that's the same with anything, mate. What about you? What school do you go to?
Malabar Public School.
Oh yeah, what school's that like?
It's nice. All the teachers are pretty nice, but some are really rude.
Oh, you got some rude teachers as well.
Yeah.
Can we name them? No, you don't have to name them. I'm only joking. I don't want to put you in trouble, because you might go to school tomorrow and you'll be on detention. You don't want to be on detention. My son's on detention. He's in Year 9 at the moment. He's on detention right now, just across there. Now, we're conducting this interview at the South Sydney High Performance Centre, the Asana High Performance Centre. What do you think of this place?
It's got very good grass for the boys to train. It's good basketball courts.
It's got everything,
I play.
You guys have had a tour of this. Is that right?
Yeah.
Who took yous around?
Like a few times.
Who took yous around?
Sato.
Yeah, Sato.
Big Johnny Sutton, the 300 gamer. Fair income.
Yeah.
And what was it like in there? In the gym and that? Good setup?
It was like, the gym was really nice. It had all the equipment and there was lots of lights.
Yeah, right. You reckon you could see yourselves in there one day?
Yeah.
Used to, playing the rep teams and representing the Rabbitohs, throwing some weights around, jumping in the ice bath and all that. Cam Murray and the boys.
Hopefully.
Yeah, righto. Now, what about, how do you get the training? You don't obviously to walk there by yourself. Tell us a bit about mum and dad and what they do for you to get you to train it. Get you to school, pack your lunches. It's like a hotel, isn't it? They just do everything and you sit there and do nothing. You just turn up the dinner plate, have a food. I want to go here, they take you there. Tell us a bit about them.
Yeah, they always pack our lunch. They bring us to footy training in school, and they pack up whatever we leave. Yeah, and yeah.
You gonna say thanks, Tom? Jackson? You can say thanks to them. They're going to listen to this. It's not. I know it's just us three here talking and that, but they're going to hear all this. What about you, mate?
My mum and dad make me dinner every night. Sometimes we pack it away, sometimes we don't. And when we don't,
you got to help them out.
Come out here and pack the stuff away. and then we all just rush to go get it. But they do make us good dinner. They make us good lunch for school.
And you got to appreciate that. You won't really care about it now, but when you get older, you realise all that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of yelling at my joint. Don't worry about that for dinner and stuff. We can't get our oldest boy Dakota down. We're always yelling out, Dakota. I think he's got headphones on. He never comes down. But now it was pretty special on the weekend what you guys did. That tournament's been going since 1971, the Tommy Bishop Shield over in the Sutherland Shire. I think it's run by the Engadine Club. And it's been won by many different clubs from around Sydney, from Penrith and all that, and a few from around here. But I don't think it had been won for a long time by a South Eastern club. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Yeah, it means a lot. Hopefully we can go in there in a few years and bring the shield back to our club again.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you've won a lot of shields for this club already, but I reckon there's going to be plenty more to come. You've won every single year you've been in it, haven't you?
Yeah.
How many years in a row is that?
4.
Yeah.
4 on the trot. Wow. There's been some special South Juniors teams, I think. Sutto was part of a team that won 10. I think Cam Murray's team won 10 back in the day. So who knows? You guys might be sitting right next to those guys one day, up on a mantelpiece. But the Tommy Bishop Shield, we're going to go back to that one. It's different to playing for South Eastern. You actually got to put on the South Sydney jersey. They were presented to you by Johnny Sutton, is that right?
Yeah.
Presented your jerseys?
Yeah.
How cool's that, huh?
It's really cool. It means a lot to me because he's a very good player for the South.
And more importantly, he's a good bloke. He's just a really nice guy. You know, and that's, being a good player is important, but also being a good person and being a good bloke, and being a good friend, and being a good teammate is just as important as being a good player, isn't it? Now, what about the South Eastern Seagulls? What can you tell us about them? What sort of clubs are they? Do you like them?
Yeah,
What colours are they? For the people that aren't from around here, they're going to listen to this from all around the world.
red, green and white.
They're sort of like the Rabbitohs jerseys in a way, aren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Who's your favourite players? We'll start with you, Jackson.
Latrell Mitchell, because
The big boy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good kicker, and he fights a lot.
Yeah, he's very aggressive. Yeah, he gets stuck into him. But look, what happens on the field stays on the field. You know. So what about you, mate?
My favourite is Cameron Murray because he's good looking, and he does a lot of on the field. He's
a lot of dirty
really
work,
good
yeah.
player, and he makes a lot of plays happen out of nothing.
He certainly does. And most importantly, he's the captain. You're the captain. You're the vice captain. So you guys are leaders, and it's it's not an easy role to be a captain, is it?
No.
How do you find it being the captain?
It means a lot to me, but it's good when half of the boys aren't screaming at you.
You've got to stay calm out there when you're the captain, don't you?
Yeah.
You're not always going to be in the lead. You could be behind, or not be one of those days where you're making a few mistakes, but you've got to stay calm, don't you?
Yeah, you got to keep everything settled.
Now, talking about good-looking kids, I'm amongst a couple of good-looking kids here myself. Now, have you got girlfriends at school or anything like that, or outside of school? Sure. What about since the Tommy Bishop Cup win?
No.
The chicks looking at you differently? No? Did you take your medal trophy to school or anything? I reckon tomorrow I'll take it to school to see if they look at you differently. It happens a bit like that. You're in the limelight a bit. Everyone's talking about you. The girls will want you for sure, mate. No doubt about it. Now, do you guys know anyone famous besides Johnny Sutton? Do you know anyone famous?
Yeah, I do know Adam Reynolds. I'm good friends with his kid.
Reno?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. How good? He's going good, isn't he? What about you?
I know, like, I've seen Cody Walker's kids, and
They're pretty famous, Cody Walker's kids.
yeah, and they're really nice.
Do you reckon Cody Walker's famous?
Yeah, he's.
He's pretty famous, yeah. Now, what about the 2024 Rabbitohs? We didn't make the semi-final. You guys Rabbitohs fans? I've even asked you that.
Yeah.
I know Charlie is. Jackson, you are.
Yeah.
Where do you reckon they went wrong? What do you reckon they should do next year? Jacko?
They should probably communicate and like I guess play great footy and train hard.
You thought very hard about that answer, didn't you? I like that. You're a thinker. Jacko, what about you, mate? What do you reckon they should do better next year? They started nice, but they just fell away a bit at the end.
They should pass the ball around.
They're a bit dull coming out of their own end. I agree. There's not a lot of ball move, a lot of one-out stuff.
Yeah,
all right,
and
look, we'll take that on board. This is all going to go to JD. This stuff.
they should also get a bit better at defence.
Yeah, we leaked a few points in the back end, didn't we?
And they should also work on some footwork.
Yeah, okay. Some of the big boys don't have a lot of footwork, do they? Yeah, we could have done better, but we still love the Rabbitohs, don't we?
Yeah, still my top
Yeah, we
10
still
by
love them.
far.
Now, I'm going to get a grand final prediction before we let you go. You two little champions. Obviously, we only got the 6 teams left. You have been watching it, the semi-final series.
Yeah.
Jackson, we'll start with you. Who do you reckon is going to win the grand final this year?
Broncos, because they haven't won it and they have the players, they have the defence, and they have the attitude to win.
Yep, I agree. Well said, mate. What about you, Charlie?
I reckon Broncos and Panthers in the grand final, but I reckon Broncos will bring it home strong.
Okay. Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you're obviously a friend of Adam Reynolds and his kids, so you're a bit biased there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to go against you. I reckon Penrith's going to win it, all right, boys. But now I want to thank yous for joining me on Rabbitohs Radio, boys. Thanks very much, Jackson Glenn, and Charlie Bowman. Thanks very much, boys. Have a good year next year. Up the mighty Rabbitohs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charlie and I'm the captain of the Tommy Bishop Cup. Hi, I'm Jackson and I'm the vice captain of the Tommy Bishop Cup. We're going to win today. I'm Kearney Bella and I play for South. I'm Sutton and I play for South. I'm Aston Mine, I play for South. I'm Chase Skin and I play for South and the Rabbitohs. I'm Charlie Bowman and I play for South. I'm Dylan De Silva Costa and I play for South. I'm Travis Squire and I play for South. I'm Corbin Brinkley and I play for South. I'm Oliver Pepper and I play for South. I'm Nate and I play for South. I'm Walker Leondis and I play for South. I'm Jackson, I play for South.